El Phantasmo joined commentary for the last half of this show, and during the fourth match he said, "Headbutts the titty." And then during the sixth match, he referenced the Human Centipede trilogy. My oh my, El Phantasmo was absolutely entertaining as fuck on commentary during this show. I'm John Renton with my review of New Japan Pro Wrestling's New Japan Cup 2023, the semifinals. We went from 24 to 16 to 8 to 4, and now we're down to 2. And after Tuesday, we'll be down to 1. One challenger, challenging Kazuchika Okada at Sakura Genesis on April 8th. In regards to the finals, that review should be up Tuesday afternoon, evening. Just depends on when I get to it. So, I guess the finals kind of have gone as some have expected, or at least half the finals did for myself, because David Finlay is in the finals and Sonata is in the finals. And Sonata has a new look, and I'll talk about that here in a little bit. But honestly, that's going to be pretty good because I'm not sure where exactly they're going to go. They could go, obviously, a couple different directions, but either way they go, you got history with Sonata and Okada, or you have Finlay rocketing right to the Sakura Genesis main event. So, I don't know why we went all the way to the back to give Shota an almost Goldberg-like entrance, minus the security. He is out there for the kids. And he teamed up with Oscar, taking on Zack Sabre Jr. and Fujita. Shota versus Zack Sabre Jr. at Sakura Genesis is going to be great. A lot of Sakura Genesis talk on this show because they only have one more show until they get to Sakura Genesis. At least I think. I don't think they're doing any more shows after that. Well, between the finals and Sakura Genesis, I could be totally wrong, honestly. I think they might want to give them a bit of a break and just do video packages. So, anyway, Young Lions got to show up, and the STF taps out Fujita. There you go. Ishii, Yano, and Oiwa took on Kenta, ELP, and Chase. ELP is for the kids? Anybody who told me that I would have been cheering El Phantasmo last year and this year, I would have honestly said, you guys are out of your goddamn mind. Not that I didn't appreciate the talent of El Phantasmo. He started to win me over, honestly, near the end of 2021 because the antics kind of got a little bit stale to me. But seeing him in person at the New Japan Strong tapings in historic Washington Hall, which I will always call it historic Washington Hall, that building is kind of a dump, in a dumpy neighborhood, in a really bad neighborhood. Nevertheless, if you are not in Washington State, specifically around the Seattle area, you have no goddamn idea what I'm talking about. But nevertheless, seeing El Phantasmo there, it was actually a bit eye-opening. I'm like, you know what? He might actually be pretty... I mean, he's been good in the ring for a number of years. But seeing him in person gave me an appreciation. He had a hell of a 2022, being in the best Super Juniors and in the G1, so there you go. Now, they did a spot with Yano and Kenta and the sponsor logo, whatever it is, on the turnbuckle cover. And no, you must apologize to the sponsor, and then they suplex the sponsor buckle pad onto him. And Chase and Ishii, I don't really know what Ishii did to deserve that, because I really don't want to see Chase in a prominent spot. Sorry, I just find Chase boring. And a trap pin on Oiwa, 1, 2, 3. Bit surprising that ELP broke that out, but then again, he didn't need a big finisher to pin Oiwa. And now we get to the third match. It's Suzuki, Despy, Narita, and Taguchi against House of Torture. Dear goddamn Christ, what do I keep doing to deserve to have to put up with House of Torture? Dick got pounded by 4 men after being choked, and then Taguchi ends up getting tagged in, even though Suzuki could have planted Dick and honestly, won by, just topping Dick and, leaving Dick limp. Taguchi decided he wanted to tangle with Dick, and then he tangled, the ankle of Dick, the Dick ankle, as it were. It's like cankles, only for dicks. And then we get the wrench involved, because of course we get the wrench involved, because House of Torture is not allowed to do anything, well, halfway good. They have to do everything shit, even though there are a couple talented people on there, and Yujiro Takahashi and Dick Togo. So yeah, a wrench to the ass. Literally a wrench to the ass and a wrench to the head. Pro Wrestling in 2023, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, House of Torture gets a victory. At this point, I had questioned whether maybe I would just take a break and review this show later, but I stuck around for Yoshihashi and Honma against Kyle Fletcher and Jeff Cobb. El Phantasmo joining commentary, and Honma hitting a headbutts the titty. It's funny. And El Phantasmo actually doing a really good job here on commentary. I remember when he was first doing some commentary, I wasn't all that impressed with it, but like, you know what? I was wrong. I turned around on El Phantasmo. Cobb is just insane. His strength is just otherworldly. And the Tour of the Islands on Hanma 1, 2, 3. There we are. Bushi and Shingo taking on Great Okan and Aaron Hanare. Bushi is going to get that goddamn dive in. And then El Phantasmo says fuck a couple too many times and is told to watch his language. Either by a fan or I'm not sure. I'm honestly not sure, but you audibly hear somebody tell him to watch his language. But anyway, yeah, Bushi, after getting that dive in, a double submission spot, and Ultimate taps out Bushi, because Bushi's the only one that will take the fall. Now that Sonata's gone, and they can't get Teton in all the time, they can't get Mr. Teet in, they gotta have Bushi constantly take the fall. But then again, he's good at it, and he still looks cool whenever he does the masks and the gloves and all that. Obviously, I don't have the gloves because, A, I don't have the ingenuity or the budget that he does. So Shingo basically says to Hanare, I want to pick the stipulation. But Hanare's like, I beat you twice. I'm picking the stipulation. What is it? He'll decide in a couple days. I'm imagining that he will probably make the decision during whatever incarnation of a face-off they have on the finals card, because otherwise I don't see the point. So I would say submission only. I'd say submission only, because Hanare has that advantage. Shingo, I'm not saying doesn't have the ability to do submission wrestling, but I think that'd be a good way to do it, because I would almost assure maybe Hanare could win it and they have a championship run for a bit. Even if it's a KOBW title, it's something. They're trying to treat it more seriously, because at first it was just a joke, and then for a long time it was a joke, and now it's a powder blue championship that looks like it's straight out of like the Crusher's like friggin' wardrobe from like the late 70s. If you get that, I absolutely love you guys. So anyway, Naito and Hiromu took on Leo Rush. The crowd loved Naito, more Leo and Hiromu, because they are building that thing up like crazy. ELP mentions the Human Centipede movies, so he's forever over with me because of the Human Centipede Together stuff. You just make it black and white and you do more ass to face stuff, and that was good. That was good shit. Destino on Yo, 1, 2, 3. Destino. Yeah, okay, now that everybody's shut up because of these terrible puns, let's get to Tama Tonga and Finlay. First semifinal match. Big fight feel. I think Finlay's ceiling, honestly, is probably the U.S. Championship, and that's not knocking it, but I can never see him being the IWGP Champion. Jay, I get it. I don't see it with Finlay. That's just my take. And considering he's apparently the leader of Bullet Club now, it shows just how far that stable has fallen. That's not even knocking Finlay. It's just you see how he's presented for years. Single wrestler, teaming with Juice Robinson for a while, and then now, I don't know. But there was some knee focus. Tama Tonga gained his knee taken out, but still hit Supreme Flow. Got some good near falls. We did get a nice sharpshooter or scorpion, but the rope break. Bloody Sunday for 2. And eventually some counters. And Trash Panda 1, 2, 3. And ELP ain't happy with Finlay, because Finlay told him to fall in line. Finlay, who has been in Bullet Club for less than a cup of coffee, and ELP's been in it for a while. And then Sonata took on Mark Davis in a fan-fucking-tastic match. Great main event. This was good. Sonata made Mark Davis look like a beast. Sonata is clean-shaven with dark hair. I almost didn't recognize him, but you know what? He needed this look. He needed to get rid of the beard. The beard just didn't work. It did not work. Some people can grow beards. Some people can make them work. And bless him for trying. But at one point, Mark Davis does a dive to a pop. And I mean, it knocks the guardrail almost into the knees of the fan. And the guardrail was significantly, out and away from the fans. And that was pretty good. So we get a roll-up for 2. We get some strikes. We get a fist in the corner. Sonata staring up at the spotlight. And just a pull-up and a stuffed pile driver. I thought he was going to give him a Styles Clash for a second. Then boom, and boom. Ow. Ow, I need my neck. And then a couple, it looked like Davis might actually get the victory. He tried going for the water slide, the rack bomb thing he does. But suddenly, DDT out of nowhere, the DDT spike to Sonata has 1, 2, 3. Davis dominated 80% of that match. Sonata pulling it out at the end. And then that's face off with David Finlay. And then David Finlay and Gato do the double bird thing. Ooh, you're such rebels. Anyway, he didn't do that's like the Homer Simpson thing when in the Simpsons movie they didn't do that. But anyway, Taka Michinoku gained the close of wrestling show in a victorious fashion because he's managing Sonata and all of the just 5 guys as they are. So there you go. New Japan has 5 guys in them at all times. Very uncomfortable for everyone. Unless you're into that, and if you're into that, good for you. So yes, the finals, Tuesday afternoon, evening, depending on when I can get the review up. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Like, share, subscribe, Twitter handle in the description. I'm John Retlin. I'll see you soon.